Howdy y'all, and welcome. Hope everybody's doing well out there so far. It's going to get in this week in weather history from the 14th all the way into the first day of winter. Now, I'm not going to cover all of these from the 14th into the first day of winter, but I'm going to cover some of the most notable ones. Y'all can check this out. I'll have a link list in the description down below. I typically like to cover the oldest event in weather history on a certain date. I like to cover vintage weather history from the 1900s into the 1800s if I can find any information on it. We can see pretty much winter storms, chill conditions, and severe weather in some areas in most cases. But I'll just let y'all check this out down there in the description and down below. Found this webpage to be pretty interesting. Now, the most recent weather event in weather history was back in 2021. I know in the last video I covered the Mayfield event, which happened in 2021 as well. December of 2021 was a very active. Now, derecho is basically a long-lived wind event. That's pretty much all it is. It caused some tornadoes and $1 billion worth of damage. Now, we're not expecting anything like this to occur today, but we are expecting a surprise ice storm. I didn't expect this to occur. That's why I didn't really post much on it, because I didn't think it was going to happen. We can see ice storms are still in effect, as well as some winter weather advisories. The ice storm goes into effect through midnight tonight. Here's how much ice you could expect over here in Iowa. About a quarter inch, with some areas getting in on more. And here's some road closures as well. And on this National Weather Service page, here's an interactive map. Take a look out through Sunday. I would expect Sunday, 1 o'clock in the morning, I would expect an additional maybe quarter inch of ice, maybe a little less than that, maybe half inch up here by Wisconsin as it starts to move up here towards the northeast. If we take a look at the future track of this ice storm, we can see, of course, the ice storm affecting Iowa. It's going to start to move towards the northeast into Wisconsin and Michigan by Sunday into Monday. And then as we move into Tuesday, it's going to start to move off into the northeast and mainly become a big snowstorm, ice storm in western Pennsylvania, but mainly a snowstorm up there in the northeast. We take a look at the National Weather Service. This will take us all the way out into Tuesday. Take a look at the freezing rain totals. We can see, well, less than a quarter inch of ice would be expected through Tuesday over here from Iowa into Wisconsin into Michigan. A little bit of icing going on in the higher elevations of the Appalachian Mountains into western Pennsylvania. We take a look at the snow totals, about 1 to 3 inches on average over here in the Northeast. So really any sort of icing is going to cause problems. Any sort of snowfall cause problems as well. I know over here in western New York, y'all got in on that lake effect snowstorm and causing significant snowfall, of course. Now here's ways that you can prepare for the ice storm. A quarter inch to a fourth of an inch of ice will cause power outages. So if you have to head out, please be careful. Please don't do so if you don't have to. Freezing rain this morning, about a third of an inch of ice expected. Here's the timing. The ice storm warning goes into effect through midnight tonight in Iowa. I wouldn't be surprised if the ice storm warning moves up here into Wisconsin and parts of Michigan. Definitely use caution, watch out for falling branches and some power outages for the next couple of days from Iowa up into the northeast. So now that I covered the ice storm that's going to be going on for the next few days, going to take a look at the next couple of weeks. We can see the western half of the country today is dealing with some snowstorms and rainstorms, some very treacherous conditions out there. Of course, today we got the ice storm going on from Iowa up into Michigan. It's going to last all the way into Tuesday as it moves up there to the northeast. I know a viewer has been asking about if there's going to be any severe weather from this system. I would say no, because I think it's just going to be bringing moderate to heavy rainfall. No severe weather expected. Some icing, of course, on the backside of this. And once that moves out of the country, it's looking like the eastern half of the country is going to start to dry out as we head into middle of next week. Other than some snow going on up here in the mountain west. We could be coming in on a severe weather pattern as we head into Hump Day, the 18th. Some very chilly conditions. You see there's a trough coming through by this time. Could be coming in on some lake effect snow as we head into next weekend. First day of winter is looking to be pretty dry amongst much of the lower 48, except for some snowfall in the higher elevations of the Appalachian Mountains. But then as we head into Christmas time, it's looking like the Mountain West is going to be coming in on some heavy snowfall and rainfall and just more treacherous conditions over there again. And on Christmas Eve, y'all are heading out to those family dinners. Watch out for some very snowy conditions in the Sierra Nevadas, in the Cascade Mountains, and some heavy rainfall as well. Flip over here out east, watch out for some heavy rainfall. taking those kiddos to bed, and Santa Claus is going to be out there delivering coal to y'all. Going to be coming in on some heavy rainfall out east, some snowfall up by Wisconsin, heavy snow over by California up into Washington. And as far as White Christmas goes, I don't think we're going to be expecting a White Christmas from the central to the eastern half of the country unless you live up here by the UP in Michigan and over here by the Mountain West. Now, here is the probability of seeing a White Christmas. The Mountain West has the highest probability, while the southern half of the country has the lowest probability. Eastern half, Indiana has a pretty good chance. Wisconsin has a very good chance, but over here in the central and eastern half of the country, not expecting a White Christmas. Mountain West looks like y'all are going to be getting in on the jackpot, so good for you guys. But to get a White Christmas, you just have to have snow on the ground. So over here by the lakes, y'all might just have your White Christmas this year. So I'll be keeping y'all informed. I'll put a probability map up of what I would expect in the next video, or probably the video after that, depending on if anything crazy happens between now and by the time Christmas gets here. But I'll keep y'all informed, of course. But once we move past Christmas, it's looking like an active weather pattern is going to be in store. We could be coming in on some severe weather down here in the Tennessee Valley with some blizzard-like conditions over here by Iowa, up into Wisconsin and part of the Dakotas as well. This is well over 300 hours out, well out into the future. This is subject to change between now and then. Keep you informed on this as well. Northwest, seems like y'all can never get a break from the snow and rain. Y'all are always coming in on some sort of atmospheric river kind of conditions. Looks like that's going to be picking up as we head past Christmas time. Starting to dry out east though, so that's some good news. To sum this up, basically it's looking like in the short term, could be coming in on an active weather pattern. Then as we head into the first day of winter, it's looking like we could be coming in on a little bit of a drying pattern amongst much of the country. Once we move into Christmas time, it's looking like this active weather pattern could be setting up yet again. Now, according to the Climate Prediction Center, from the 19th into the 23rd, it's looking like much of the country is going to be below average, except for the Northwest, in the East Coast, up in the Northeast, down into Florida. Long term, as we head into Christmas and past Christmas, it's looking to really be about the same. I would be in a little bit of a disagreement with this, as the GFS is showing an active weather pattern after we move past the first day of winter. But of course, subject to change, and I would rely on the Climate Protection Center over the long range GFS because these guys are the experts. I would trust these guys. As far as precip goes, there is a slight risk for heavy precipitation out here in the Northwest due to some potential atmospheric river kind of conditions, so be aware of this if you live up there in the Northwest. As far as snowfall goes, of course, amongst the lakes, there's going to be a slight risk because of lake effect snow. Seems like that lake effect machine has not turned off yet. Somebody turned it on and just left it on, and y'all are just getting dumped on over here by Buffalo. So now that I covered the precipitation, we could be coming in on some severe weather and an active weather pattern after we move past the first day of winter. Let's go and take a look at our temperature pattern as we got that ice storm going on for the next few days, mainly because of these warm temperatures coming to the north and that cold air coming to the south. Major ice storm conditions can be causing problems through Tuesday. Anything needs done outside, I would do so between now and Tuesday, because after Tuesday it's going to be getting really chilly out there. Although it's going to be relatively nice down here in the southeast, though. It's going to be very, very cold as we head into the first day of winter. 22nd into the 23rd, could be coming in on some falling iguana temperatures down there by Florida. Now, there was a viewer that asked about whether or not y'all are going to be coming in on some snowfall down there in southern Florida. Highly unlikely. Y'all hardly ever get any snow. It is rare, but not too rare because y'all have got in on snow before. But highly, highly unlikely in December. But cold conditions can happen, and that's going to be looking likely here on the 22nd and the 23rd. So prepare for that ahead of time. But it's looking like warm conditions could be in store as we head into Christmas time and after Christmas time, especially as we head into January. So something to look forward to after we got in on such a cold December. According to the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, it's looking like the central and western half of the country is going to be well above average for this time of year, while the eastern half of the country is going to be a little bit below average because that cold temperature is going to be stretching far down into Florida. Next 8 to 14 days looks about the same, although the warmer temperatures are going to start to creep its way towards the east, and this could result in some severe weather down here in the Tennessee Valley as we head into the first day of winter. Keep y'all informed on that if it actually verifies. We take a look back at the models, we can see the Tennessee Valley as we move past Christmas time could be coming back into an uptrend and some severe weather. Of course, this is well over 300 hours out, subject to change. We can see those warm temperatures coming to the north, cold temperatures creeping in here to the south. We got some thermodynamic activity going on down there in the Tennessee Valley. Now, as we take a look at the risk for hazardous temperatures as we move past the first day of winter, we can see the deep south is going to be coming in on some very chilly temperatures on the 22nd into the 23rd. I did show you all that. Could be coming in on some falling iguana temperatures. So we move past the first day of winter, so prepare for this ahead of time, y'all. Winter is here. Now, here's some Christmas facts for y'all. Here is when people begin their holiday shopping before the end of October, typically when I like to do it. Before Thanksgiving is 22%. On or after Thanksgiving is 22%. In December is 13%. And I'm sure a lot of men out there, they like to do the last minute shopping on Christmas Eve or even on Christmas morning. Last minute shoppers. I'm not one of those people. I like to do it well beforehand. It would drive me nuts to go out there and shop on the last minute. How Americans celebrate their Christmas. 86% of people said that they'll attend Christmas gatherings and they'll buy gifts for friends and family, which that's not really what Christmas is about. It's about being with friends and family, not about the gifts. 79% people said they'll put up the Christmas tree. 65% said they'll send Christmas cards. 58% said they'll give homemade gifts, which is better than those Chinese made gifts you get from Walmart. And 54% said they'll attend religious services, which is good. Top 5 most wanted gifts is clothing, gift cards, money, and food. Fun Christmas facts. Jingle Bells was the first song played in space. That's pretty cool. There's a Christmas tree in Spain worth $15 million. Christmas tree pickle is a tradition to keep eager kids calm on Christmas morning. Eggnog dates back to medieval times. The Statue of Liberty is the largest Christmas gift ever given. Over 1.5 billion Christmas cards are sent each year in the United States. Money spent Christmas time is on other non-gift purchases, like probably food. $230 of it's spent on holiday purchases such as food. $230 spent on food. And $650 spent on gifts, which that's about average in 2020. I'm sure it's probably more now because of inflation. 60% of consumers prefer to buy their gifts online. And I agree with that. 46% of people have lied about liking a gift. That's not good. Be given the gift of D's nuts this Christmas. 51% of Christmas shoppers buy gifts for themselves. The most common Christmas songs and movies is Jingle Bells. And the least played is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And of course, at the beginning of the video, y'all most likely heard Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. And you all saw that I included the chick from the AI Thanksgiving story, which I found to be pretty fascinating. If y'all haven't checked that out, go check it out. It was something fun I did. I most likely won't do it for this Christmas, but I will put together a Christmas story in the next video, so stay tuned for that. Here's some more facts for y'all. Don't want to bore y'all. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all. But here's Christmas by the numbers. You see, Christmas trees is America's other cash crop. 83% chance that your tree was grown here. Now, I'm not going to go through all these facts as I don't want to really bore y'all to death over this, but number of the needy helped with food, toys, clothing by the Salvation Army during the holiday season. Every one of these logos is 100,000 people helped, which equals about 6 million plus people. So that's good. Make sure you go donate and help out this holiday season if you can. The season of giving. Projected holiday spending pre-recession versus post-recession. Back in pre-recession, about $907 was spent. In post-recession, $638. People have less expendable income nowadays. So those are some interesting facts. Most likely put some more here in the next video of why we gift give. I'll most likely put it on X and Facebook as well if you want to check that out too. Now here's a Christmas joke of a snowman who ate beans. Most likely the wife right there telling the husband to not eat the beans, or told him not to eat the deviled eggs as well. He probably actually ate deviled eggs along with the beans, and that's a recipe for disaster. And he had a blowout. And here is some holiday travel by the numbers. 91% of people are going to be driving long distance. 5 to 6% are going to be traveling via airplane, and 2 to 3% is going to be traveling via a train. People are going to be traveling to warm weather destinations during the holidays. The most money is spent during Christmas time. So those are some very interesting Christmas facts for y'all, and a little bit of a Christmas joke as well. So, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like and share button so more folks are informed about the weather. Also, leaving some feedback in the comment section down below, as feedback helps provide you, the viewer, better and more informative content in the future. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with bell notifications turned on, because out here in Williams Weather, we try to make weather forecasting fun and informative. I also have a Rumble channel if you want to check that out. It's Williams WX98. I would greatly appreciate that, y'all. So basically, to sum up this video, it's looking like an active weather pattern is going to be in store at least up until the first day of winter. And once we move past Christmas Day, it's looking like this active weather pattern is going to be setting up yet again with some potential severe weather down there by Tennessee. And of course, as well out in the future, the game will change between now and then. As far as temperatures go, going to be cold here in the short term, but warming up as we head into the end of the month. And I will have a White Christmas forecast video up in the next video, most likely, as it's looking like the greatest chance of seeing a White Christmas is going to be in the Mountain West. Although, to classify a White Christmas, you just have to have snow on the ground. So most likely, if you live along the lakes, you're going to have a White Christmas this year. But here in the Ohio Valley and the East Coast and much of the central and eastern half of the country, not looking likely to have a White Christmas this year, unfortunately. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, have a great day, y'all. Have a great holiday season, and until next time, never stop forecasting.